Howdy doody everyone. So the last two videos have been fairly serious and personal, so it's time for a more laid back video. Around when I was making my yume nikki video, I decided to play more RPG Maker games on the yume nikki online site, and one game caught my attention as I was scrolling the web. That game being Oneshot, which I didn't know was an RPG Maker game at the time. The origins of this game is actually quite interesting, coming from a game jam which, if you don't know, is basically a contest to see who can develop the best game from either a day to a week. It's a rare chance any of these games get any popularity, nor being good. With the only other game that I can think of that has this popularity and being a good game is Baldi's Basics, that released from a game jam. This game was released in 2014 and remade for Steam in 2016. Now, I'm looking at the 2014 release for this video, mainly because it was free. In terms of it being a fourth wall breaking game, it's on par with the original DDLC. There's some parts I really love, but there's some parts I really hate. I haven't even gotten past the first area yet due to a certain part we'll be getting to. So, because of that, think of this less as a retrospective and more of a review / general thoughts. This video will only spoil the first 25 minutes or so of playtime, so you won't be spoiled too much. But with that out of the way, here we go. Oneshot begins with our main protagonist, Nico, waking up in a mysterious room. In order to leave, you have to solve this puzzle, and it's a clever one too. You have to find a remote in the rug and cover a window with it, showing a passcode, which is the passcode to the computer in the room. After entering the passcode, you will be taken to the home page. And side note, I like this person's taste in games, with yume nikki and the fan-made sequel icons on the computer. The computer says that if you quit the game, Nico will die, which doing so will take you to this screen, and will delete all your progress. Telling you this almost right away gives such a sense of urgency to the player, knowing you have one shot at this. No kidding. Exiting the room will give you a proper taste of the puzzles of this game. You can get a bottle of wine and a stick here, which normally would do nothing, but combining the two items will make the wet branch, allowing you to interact with the broken TV and make the torch. This is the most of the puzzles of this game. Combine two things to make a new thing, and put that in a certain place to progress, with the biggest game doing that being Minecraft. I know crafting can get annoying, and once we get to the next part of the game, I do agree. But I do think there are some parts in this game that gets really creative. After doing the puzzle, you can get this light bulb downstairs, which will allow you to leave the house, completing the prologue. Okay, this is definitely where the game picks up. After leaving the house, you're greeted to this absolutely stunning picture of Nico in this spire of light. This is where you are free to explore, which you can equip the running shoes, which increases your speed. Basically, the bike effect from yume nikki. Going down will have you meet Prophetbot, a robot who awaits the Messiah to put the sun in the spire to save the world. That someone being Nico. You're allowed to ask him lots of stuff, which he gives some vital info. He kind of reminds me of Toriel from Undertale in that regard. By far the biggest info he gives you is when you ask him about the computer, to which he will describe the god who will guide the Messiah, being you, the player. You can change your name after this interaction, but from now on, Nico will talk to you, the player. After doing that, you are free to explore the Barrens at your own pace. During my exploration, this was really where I began to love Nico as a protagonist. But to say why, I will have to bring up the other four full breaking characters, being Flowey from Undertale and Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. So these two characters are alike for the same reasons. Both are the main antagonists, both belittle the other characters because it's just a game. Both have some sappy, tragic backstory as to why they are the way they are. And while I do like them, it can get annoying quick, which is why I really like how Nico was written in this. Being the hero of the story, Nico doesn't belittle anyone he meets, and he's still nice and polite even after he meets the player. The game does a really good job making you care for Nico, from seeing his dreams to seeing him get excited when combining even the smallest of items. Speaking of, that's the main thing you'll be doing here, collecting items around the map. There's this girl NPC at the north of the map, but she's just Elsie from Adventure Time. Other than her and Prophetbot, there's really no one to talk to. You can find robot corpses scattered around the place, and a dormitory for them. It makes it feel so desolate and barren, but my favorite part of this whole place is the music. The music gives off this empty yet robotic feel, like when you came to this place, whatever life was here has vanished, except for a couple of people. With all that said, I have one major critique of this game. There's this one puzzle where you have to find another passcode to access the northwest part of the map. However, instead of finding it in-game, you have to go in the screenshots tab to find the passcode. One, I personally don't like it when I have to go inside a game to. Secondly, when I was figuring out the puzzle, when I was figuring out the puzzle when I first played this, my computer crashed. And if you remember what happens when you quit the game, To say I was furious would have been an understatement. I was ready to throw my computer out the window. I went through all that, solved every puzzle thus far, only to fail to the puzzle where I have to go out of the game to find, which isn't even in my control. Eventually, I did come back, and you can learn the passcode even out of one shot. While writing the script, I did learn it, and I've already shown it, so now you don't have to suffer like I did. Overall, I find One Shot like the original release of Doki Doki Literature Club. It has a lot of good character moments, but I don't think they're perfect. One Shot is amazing at both writing and atmosphere, but its puzzles could be better. I'd say you should check out some of the other RPG Maker games